Imagine a kingdom where unparalleled wisdom and immense wealth create a legacy that echoes through the ages. This is the realm of King Solomon, a ruler renowned for his legendary intellect and treasures, yet whose reign was marked by challenges that offer profound lessons. In this video, we will unravel the enigma of Solomon, exploring how his quest for knowledge and prosperity shaped a vibrant empire and laid the groundwork for future upheaval. You'll discover the timeless wisdom in his writings and the architectural marvels that defined his glorious era. But what happens when the pursuit of greatness comes at a cost? How did Solomon's decisions sow the seeds of division in a once unified kingdom? Join us as we delve into the complexities of his rule, seeking lessons that resonate even today. The journey of Solomon to the throne is a compelling narrative of destiny, diplomacy, and divine favor. Born as one of King David's sons, Solomon's ascent to kingship was neither straightforward nor assured amidst the complexities of royal succession. His path to leadership was shaped by a confluence of family dynamics, political intrigue, and his own remarkable qualities, which ultimately positioned him as a pivotal figure in the history of Israel. Solomon was born into a period of great consolidation and expansion under his father, King David. David, a towering figure in Israel's history, had unified the tribes and established Jerusalem as a political and spiritual center. However, the question of succession loomed large in David's later years. With several sons vying for the throne, the political landscape was rife with potential conflict. Solomon's mother, Bathsheba, played a crucial role in advocating for his claim, supported by the prophet Nathan's influential endorsement. This alliance was instrumental in ensuring Solomon's eventual anointment as king, a process marked by both divine intervention and strategic maneuvering. The biblical narrative provides insights into the divine approval of Solomon's kingship, emphasized by the famous account of his dream at Gibeon. In this dream, Solomon is offered a choice by God, and he chooses wisdom above all else, a decision that pleased the Lord. This request not only demonstrated Solomon's humility and discernment, but also set the tone for his reign, emphasizing wisdom as a cornerstone of his leadership. As a result, God granted him unparalleled wisdom, along with riches and honor, establishing a legacy that would echo through the annals of history. Solomon's early reign was marked by significant efforts to consolidate power and secure his position. One of his first acts as king was to address potential threats to his authority. This involved a series of decisive and often harsh actions against those who might challenge his rule, such as the execution of his brother Adonijah, who had previously attempted to claim the throne. While these actions might be seen as ruthless, they were also necessary to establish stability and ensure the unity of the fledgling kingdom under Solomon's leadership. The establishment of Solomon's court and administration further showcased his astute governance. His appointment of officials demonstrated a strategic blend of loyalty and competence, drawing from a diverse pool to ensure effective governance. This infrastructure was critical in maintaining the peace and prosperity that characterized his early years as king. This period of stability allowed Solomon to focus on ambitious projects and policies that would define his reign. Solomon's reign is often synonymous with an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. His diplomatic acumen was evident in the alliances he forged, notably through strategic marriages. These alliances extended Solomon's influence beyond Israel's borders, fostering a network of relationships that contributed to economic growth and cultural exchange. These unions, while politically advantageous, also introduced complexities that would manifest in religious and cultural shifts within the kingdom. A pivotal aspect of Solomon's early reign was his focus on the construction of the temple in Jerusalem. This monumental project was not merely a reflection of his wealth and power, but also a fulfillment of a divine mandate passed down from his father, David. The temple symbolized the spiritual heart of Israel, centralizing worship and enhancing the prestige of Jerusalem. Its construction required meticulous planning and resources, drawing on skilled labor and materials from across the region. This endeavor exemplified Solomon's ability to marshal the kingdom's resources toward creating a legacy that would endure for generations. Throughout these formative years, Solomon's wisdom became legendary. His judgments were lauded, such as the famous case of the two women claiming the same child, a story that has become emblematic of his judicial acumen and insight. These stories were not only popular narratives but also served to reinforce the perception of Solomon as a ruler whose authority was divinely sanctioned and empirically effective. The rise of Solomon was not just about personal ambition or political strategy. It was deeply intertwined with a sense of divine purpose and national destiny. His leadership style reflected a blend of pragmatism and idealism, grounded in the belief that wisdom and righteousness could guide a nation to unprecedented heights. This foundational period set the stage for the subsequent expansion and challenges that would characterize his reign. Solomon's journey to power was a testament to his ability to navigate complex political landscapes, leveraging both divine favor and shrewd strategy. This combination of elements was crucial in establishing a reign that would become a benchmark in the history of Israel. His story continues to resonate, offering timeless insights into the nature of leadership and the pursuit of wisdom. As Solomon firmly established his rule, the kingdom of Israel entered a period often described as a golden era, a time marked by peace, prosperity, and cultural flourishing. This phase of his reign was characterized by ambitious projects and policies that sought to elevate Israel to unprecedented heights, both in terms of wealth and international standing. One of Solomon's most notable achievements during this period was the completion of the Temple in Jerusalem, a monumental project that had been envisioned by his father, David. The temple was more than a religious center. It was a symbol of national unity and divine favor. Its construction required vast resources, meticulous planning, and international cooperation, as materials were sourced from various regions, including the famed cedars of Lebanon. The temple became a focal point for worship and pilgrimage, enhancing Jerusalem's status as a spiritual and cultural hub. Beyond the temple, Solomon's reign saw the construction of many other significant buildings and infrastructure projects. These included his opulent palace, which took 13 years to complete, and various military fortifications that strengthened the kingdom's defenses. Solomon's building projects were not only feats of engineering but also statements of wealth and power, showcasing his ability to command vast resources and labor. Economically, Solomon's era was marked by a flourishing trade network that extended across the ancient Near East. Through strategic alliances and trade agreements, Solomon was able to secure valuable resources and establish lucrative trade routes. These efforts were facilitated by his diplomatic marriages to foreign princesses, which forged strong political ties and opened new avenues for commerce. The wealth generated from trade allowed Solomon to fund his many projects and maintain a lavish court, further solidifying his reign's prosperity. Solomon's wisdom, celebrated in both biblical and historical accounts, played a crucial role in his governance. His reputation for fairness and insight attracted visitors from distant lands, including the Queen of Sheba, who famously tested Solomon with hard questions. Impressed by his wisdom and the splendor of his court, she bestowed upon him lavish gifts, further enhancing his fame and the perception of Israel as a center of wisdom and culture. The writings attributed to Solomon, including the Proverbs and Song of Songs, reflect the intellectual and philosophical depth that characterized his rule. These texts offer insights into human nature, leadership, and spirituality, emphasizing themes of justice, knowledge, and the pursuit of a righteous life. Solomon's contributions to literature and philosophy were part of a broader cultural renaissance that saw advancements in arts, science, and culture. While Solomon's reign is often idealized, it was also a period of significant social and economic changes that laid the groundwork for future challenges. His extensive building projects and luxurious lifestyle imposed heavy taxes and labor demands on the population. Despite the prosperity and peace, these burdens sowed seeds of discontent among the Israelites, particularly in the northern tribes, who felt disproportionately taxed and laboriously exploited. Despite these undercurrents of dissatisfaction, Solomon's golden era remains a defining period in Israel's history. It was a time when the kingdom reached the zenith of its territorial and economic power, its influence extending far beyond its borders. Solomon's court became a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and innovations, leaving a lasting legacy that would influence successive generations. Solomon's ability to maintain peace and stability during his reign was a testament to his diplomatic skills and strategic acumen. His alliances and treaties ensured that Israel remained free from the conflicts that plagued many of its neighbors. This era of peace allowed for the flourishing of arts, trade, and intellectual activity, making Solomon's kingdom a beacon of prosperity and enlightenment. The Golden Era under Solomon is often viewed as a pinnacle of Israelite history, a time when the dream of a united and prosperous kingdom was fully realized. It serves as a powerful reminder of the potential for a society to achieve greatness through wisdom, collaboration, and visionary leadership. However, it also foreshadows the complexities and challenges that accompany such success, setting the stage for the subsequent decline and division of the kingdom. The wisdom of Solomon is perhaps his most enduring legacy, celebrated across cultures and centuries for its depth and insight. His reputation for unparalleled wisdom is rooted in both biblical narratives and historical tradition, depicting a ruler whose understanding of human nature and the complexities of governance set a benchmark for leadership. At the heart of Solomon's intellectual contributions are the writings attributed to him, most notably the books of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the Song of Songs. These texts are part of the Hebrew Bible's wisdom literature, offering insights into morality, ethics, and the human condition. They provide not only spiritual guidance, but also practical advice on living a righteous and meaningful life. The Book of Proverbs is a collection of sayings and teachings that emphasize wisdom, discipline, and moral conduct. It covers a wide range of topics, from the importance of learning and knowledge to the virtues of honesty and integrity. The Proverbs attributed to Solomon reflect his keen observation of human behavior and his belief in the value of wisdom as a guiding principle in life. These teachings have been passed down through generations, continuing to influence ethical and philosophical thought. Ecclesiastes, another significant work attributed to Solomon, takes a more philosophical approach to life's challenges and uncertainties. It explores themes of existential questioning, the impermanence of earthly pursuits, and the quest for meaning in a transient world. The famous phrase, "vanity of vanities, all is vanity," captures the book's contemplative tone, prompting readers to seek deeper understanding and purpose beyond material wealth and success. Ecclesiastes invites reflection on the nature of human existence and the pursuit of a fulfilling life. The Song of Songs, also known as the Song of Solomon, is a poetic dialogue that celebrates love and desire. It is often interpreted allegorically, with layers of meaning that extend beyond its literal narrative. This work highlights Solomon's appreciation for beauty and romance, showcasing his ability to capture the complexities of human emotion in lyrical and evocative language. The Song of Songs has been the subject of extensive interpretation, revered for its literary beauty and profound symbolism. Beyond these literary contributions, Solomon's wisdom is exemplified in various stories and traditions. The famous judgment involving two women claiming motherhood of the same child is a testament to Solomon's ability to discern truth and administer justice with insight and compassion. This story, found in the first book of Kings, chapter 3, is emblematic of Solomon's judicial acumen and his reputation as a wise and fair ruler. Solomon's wisdom also extended to the realm of governance. His understanding of statecraft and diplomacy was evident in his ability to maintain peace and stability within a diverse and expansive kingdom. Through strategic alliances and marriages, Solomon fostered relationships that enhanced Israel's international standing and economic prosperity. These efforts required a nuanced understanding of cultural and political dynamics, showcasing Solomon's skill in navigating complex international landscapes. The intellectual legacy of Solomon is not confined to his writings or political achievements. It also encompasses his vision for a just and harmonious society, exemplified by the structures and institutions he established. Solomon's reign saw the development of administrative systems and legal frameworks that upheld justice and order, reflecting his commitment to wise and effective governance. Solomon's wisdom has been revered and studied throughout history, influencing a wide range of fields, from theology and philosophy to literature and ethics. His teachings have provided guidance and inspiration to countless individuals seeking to navigate the complexities of life with understanding and integrity. The timeless nature of Solomon's wisdom continues to resonate, offering insights that transcend cultural and temporal boundaries. As we explore the writings and wisdom of Solomon, we encounter a multifaceted legacy that encompasses both personal and societal dimensions. His insights into human behavior, governance, and spirituality offer a rich tapestry of knowledge that remains relevant in today's world. Solomon's wisdom challenges us to reflect on our values and actions, encouraging us to pursue a life guided by understanding and righteousness. During Solomon's reign, one of his most distinctive strategies for maintaining peace and expanding influence was through political alliances cemented by marriages. Unlike conventional military conquests, these alliances were built on diplomacy and mutual benefit, reflecting Solomon's preference for peace and stability over conflict and warfare. Solomon is famously known for having numerous wives and concubines, a fact often highlighted in biblical narratives. These marriages were not merely personal choices, but carefully orchestrated political moves designed to secure the kingdom's borders and enhance its economic and political stature. Each marriage represented a treaty with a neighboring kingdom, strengthening ties and ensuring peace on multiple fronts. One of the most significant alliances was with Egypt, symbolized by Solomon's marriage to Pharaoh's daughter. This union marked a notable diplomatic achievement, as Egypt was a major power in the ancient world. The marriage likely facilitated trade and strengthened Israel's position as a regional power. It underscored Solomon's diplomatic acumen and his ability to form alliances that ensured peace and prosperity for Israel. These marriages brought cultural and economic benefits to the kingdom. They opened trade routes, allowing for the exchange of goods, technology, and ideas. The influx of foreign cultures and practices contributed to the cosmopolitan nature of Solomon's court, making it a center of cultural and intellectual exchange. These interactions enriched the kingdom, fostering an environment of diverse influences and innovations. However, these alliances also introduced challenges that would have lasting implications. The presence of foreign wives brought with them their customs and religious practices, leading to a gradual introduction of idolatry and pagan worship within Israel. This shift concerned many within the kingdom who were committed to maintaining the worship of Yahweh as the central religious practice. The integration of foreign deities into Israel's religious life is seen in biblical accounts as a deviation from religious purity, sowing seeds of future discord and division. The Book of Kings highlights these religious tensions, attributing the eventual division of the kingdom, in part, to Solomon's tolerance of idolatry and the religious syncretism that resulted from his marriages. These accounts serve as a cautionary tale about the potential spiritual and cultural costs of political alliances that compromise core values. Despite these challenges, Solomon's diplomatic strategy was largely successful during his lifetime. His ability to maintain peace through alliances allowed for economic growth and stability, creating an environment where Israel could thrive. The prosperity and security achieved under Solomon set a precedent for future rulers, demonstrating the potential of diplomacy and strategic partnerships in statecraft. Solomon's marriages and alliances illustrate the complexities of leadership and governance. They reveal the delicate balance between securing peace and maintaining cultural and religious integrity. His approach to international relations was innovative, utilizing marriage as a tool for diplomacy long before it became a common practice among European monarchies. The legacy of Solomon's political alliances is seen in the enduring narratives of his wisdom and statecraft. His reign is often depicted as a period of unity and prosperity, achieved not through conquest but through cooperation and mutual benefit. These alliances highlight Solomon's understanding of the interconnectedness of nations and the importance of peaceful coexistence. In reflecting on Solomon's diplomatic endeavors, we are reminded of the power of relationships in shaping history. His alliances demonstrate that peace and prosperity can be achieved through negotiation and understanding, offering valuable lessons for contemporary leaders navigating the complexities of international relations. While the reign of Solomon is often remembered for its prosperity and peace, it was not without significant challenges that ultimately sowed the seeds of division within the kingdom. Beneath the surface of wealth and grandeur lay complex socio-political dynamics that would lead to lasting repercussions for the united monarchy of Israel. One of the primary challenges faced by Solomon was the immense cost associated with his extensive building projects and luxurious court. The construction of the temple in Jerusalem, along with other grand edifices, required substantial resources, both in terms of materials and labor. To fund these endeavors, Solomon imposed heavy taxes and levied forced labor on his subjects, particularly the northern tribes. While these projects symbolized national pride and divine favor, they also created economic strain and resentment among the populace. The burden of taxation and labor fell unevenly across the kingdom, leading to disparities that fueled regional tensions. The northern tribes, in particular, felt marginalized and exploited compared to the southern tribe of Judah, where Solomon's capital, Jerusalem, was located. This perceived favoritism contributed to a growing sense of disunity and dissatisfaction, which would later erupt into open conflict. In addition to economic pressures, Solomon's religious policies also played a role in the kingdom's eventual division. His marriages to foreign princesses, while politically advantageous, led to the introduction of foreign religious practices within Israel. The construction of altars and shrines for the deities of his wives was viewed by many as a direct violation of Israel's covenant with Yahweh. This religious syncretism undermined the spiritual cohesion of the kingdom, alienating those who were committed to maintaining the purity of worship centered on the God of Israel. The biblical narrative in the first book of Kings highlights these religious tensions, portraying them as a significant factor in the eventual split of the kingdom. The introduction of idolatry and the tolerance of diverse religious practices were seen as betrayals of the foundational values established by Solomon's predecessors. This erosion of spiritual unity weakened the moral and social fabric of the kingdom, setting the stage for internal strife. Solomon's administrative structure, characterized by centralized authority and ambitious expansion, also contributed to the kingdom's fragility. While his governance brought about a period of prosperity and stability, it heavily relied on the king's personal charisma and wisdom. As Solomon aged, questions arose about the sustainability of his policies and the ability of his successors to maintain the same level of control and harmony across the diverse and expansive kingdom. The seeds of division, planted during Solomon's reign, came to fruition shortly after his death. His son and successor, Rehoboam, inherited a kingdom fraught with underlying tensions and discontent. The dissatisfaction of the northern tribes, exacerbated by Rehoboam's refusal to ease the heavy burdens imposed by his father, led to the secession of the northern tribes and the formation of a separate kingdom under Jeroboam. This division marked the end of the united monarchy and the beginning of a new chapter in Israel's history, characterized by conflict and fragmentation. The legacy of Solomon's reign, therefore, is a complex tapestry of achievement and challenge. While he succeeded in elevating Israel to new heights of economic and cultural influence, his policies also exposed underlying vulnerabilities that would ultimately divide the kingdom. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and sustainability, highlighting the importance of equitable governance and the maintenance of core values. In examining the challenges and seeds of division during Solomon's reign, we are offered valuable insights into the dynamics of leadership, the consequences of unchecked ambition, and the enduring need for social and spiritual cohesion. These lessons continue to resonate, offering guidance for contemporary leaders navigating the complexities of governance and societal change. The division of Solomon's kingdom stands as one of the most pivotal events in the history of Israel, symbolizing the end of an era and the beginning of profound political and social changes. This split, which occurred shortly after Solomon's death, was the culmination of long-standing tensions and challenges that had simmered beneath the surface during his reign. Upon Solomon's passing, the kingdom faced the challenge of transition under the leadership of his son, Rehoboam. The expectations were high, as the new king inherited a vast and prosperous realm, yet one fraught with underlying grievances. Rehoboam's ascension to the throne presented an opportunity to address the discontentment that had grown during Solomon's rule, particularly among the northern tribes. Rehoboam traveled to Shechem for his coronation, a gesture intended to unite the kingdom and signal his willingness to accommodate the northern tribes. However, the gathering quickly became a platform for grievances. Representatives from the tribes, led by Jeroboam, who had returned from exile in Egypt, presented their demands. They called for the reduction of the heavy taxes and labor requirements that had been imposed by Solomon. This was a critical moment that required diplomatic finesse and empathy to heal divisions and build a cohesive future. Unfortunately, Rehoboam's response was one of intransigence and harshness. Rejecting the counsel of the elder advisors who advocated for compromise and leniency, he instead followed the advice of his younger peers, proclaiming that he would increase the burdens upon the people rather than alleviate them. This decision proved disastrous, igniting a wave of rebellion among the northern tribes. Feeling alienated and oppressed, the northern tribes rejected Rehoboam's authority, severing their allegiance to the house of David. They crowned Jeroboam as their king, effectively splitting the united monarchy into two distinct entities, the Kingdom of Israel in the north and the Kingdom of Judah in the south. This division was not just a political schism but a deep cultural and religious split, with lasting implications for the region's history. The northern kingdom, with its capital eventually established in Samaria, embraced a distinct identity, often at odds with Judah. Under Jeroboam's leadership, the Kingdom of Israel developed its own religious practices, including the establishment of golden calves at Bethel and Dan to serve as alternative worship sites to Jerusalem. This move was intended to solidify the political and religious independence of the northern kingdom, but also led to further spiritual divergence. Meanwhile, the southern kingdom, centered in Jerusalem, sought to maintain continuity with the Davidic tradition and the centralized worship at the temple. However, Judah was left geographically smaller and economically weaker without the northern tribes, leading to its own set of challenges in maintaining sovereignty and influence. The division of the kingdom had profound effects on the political landscape of the ancient Near East. It weakened the overall power and cohesion of Israel as a single entity, making both kingdoms more vulnerable to external threats and influence from neighboring powers such as Egypt, Assyria, and Babylon. This fragmentation set the stage for cycles of conflict, invasion, and exile that would shape the destiny of the Israelite people. The reasons behind the division are multifaceted, encompassing economic, social, and religious dimensions. The heavy-handed policies of Solomon and the unyielding stance of Rehoboam revealed the fragility of a kingdom that, despite its outward prosperity, was deeply divided along regional and tribal lines. The story of the kingdom's division serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities of leadership and the importance of responsive governance. It highlights the need for empathy, dialogue, and fairness in addressing the diverse needs of a population. Moreover, it illustrates how the failure to address underlying tensions can lead to fragmentation and conflict, lessons that remain relevant in contemporary discussions of governance and unity. As we reflect on the division of Solomon's kingdom, we are reminded of the enduring challenges of balancing ambition with equity and the intricate web of factors that shape the course of history. This legacy continues to offer insights into the dynamics of power, identity, and the pursuit of a just society. As we draw the story of Solomon to a close, we reflect on a reign that was marked by remarkable achievements, profound wisdom, and the complex challenges of leadership. Solomon's legacy is one of both splendor and caution, offering timeless lessons on the nuances of power, the pursuit of wisdom, and the inherent responsibilities of leadership. Solomon's era was a defining period in the history of Israel, a time when the kingdom reached its zenith in terms of cultural and economic prosperity. His wisdom, celebrated in writings and stories, provided a foundation for understanding justice, governance, and the human condition. Under Solomon's leadership, Israel became a beacon of knowledge and wealth, drawing admirers and seekers of wisdom from far and wide. Yet, his reign also serves as a cautionary tale about the costs of ambition unchecked by empathy and equity. The seeds of division planted during his time illustrate the delicate balance required in maintaining unity within diversity. Solomon's story highlights the importance of leadership that is not only wise but also compassionate and inclusive, recognizing and addressing the needs and concerns of all segments of society. The division of Solomon's kingdom into Israel and Judah reminds us of the complex interplay between political, social, and religious factors that influence history. It underscores the significance of dialogue and compromise in preserving unity and fostering harmony. The lessons from Solomon's reign continue to resonate, offering valuable insights into the dynamics of power, identity, and governance. As we reflect on Solomon's life and legacy, we invite you to consider the enduring relevance of his story in our own lives and communities. How can we apply the wisdom of Solomon to navigate the challenges we face today? What lessons can we draw from his successes and failures in our pursuit of a just and prosperous world? We encourage you to join the conversation. Share your thoughts and reflections on the complexities of leadership and the pursuit of wisdom in the comments below. Your insights and perspectives are invaluable as we explore these universal themes together. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of history, wisdom, and the enduring lessons from the stories of the past. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and legacy of Solomon. Until next time, may we continue to seek understanding, embrace wisdom, and strive for a future guided by knowledge and compassion.